So, guys, there's been this video floating around the internet, Twitter, and whatnot. In fact, I'll show you.
Only in NYC.
Okay. Just get home safe. Yo, it's been real. My name is Jamal. Thank you. You can find my music on all.
Now, initially when I first saw this clip, I watched a few seconds of it and didn't think much of it. Just looked like a regular day in New York to me. Plus, I'm not interested in watching some stupid public transportation fiasco, you know. I'm grown, so there's not much to see. I keep it moving on the TL, of course. Plus, when the video initially started playing on my phone, the quality was bad and all you could hear was a loud ass argument erupting. Typical Twitter feed stuff, you know? So, yeah, I moved on in the timeline, had myself cracking up to other things on the TL and whatnot. But there goes a day later, and Twitter pops up this notification on my phone. And it's from my boy. And it's him tweeting a reply to another tweet saying, "Somebody gotta sample this," end quote. So me being the Hot 100 producer that I am, looks into this notification. I click on it, expecting to find some dope, interesting sample of a weird video or something that could potentially be really sample worthy. But lo and behold, it happens to be the same video I clicked on and watched only a few seconds of the day before. So I'm thinking, this could either be legit a good sample or just some dank shit. So I click on it being curious to see what my homie talking about. And this time I actually pay attention and sit through it. At first, matter of fact, I'm not exactly sure what I noticed first. It was probably all the folks going back and forth. You know what? I'm pretty sure I read the original tweet first, which I'll show you here, of this user called DD. So DD tweets this video, which I guess is originally from TikTok. Follow us on there, by the way. She says, end quote, "Kendrick Lamar album interludes." So yeah, I click on the video after reading that and proceed to watch the video a few times with DD's tweet in mind. But I just can't help but to notice something very fucking off about this Twitter thread. Something crucially off. And I played the video for you guys in the beginning. Maybe you've noticed it too. In fact, I'll recommend you guys go back and look at the tweet again. But really, this time, keep that tweet in mind and go back and make sure you get a really good listen to the original video, as I'll proceed with some basics questions to ask you, the viewer. Here they are. Are you guys aware of the current kings of hip hop? And 2, are you well versed in their albums? Now, the reason I'm asking these questions is because I just want to make you guys understand the context of my upcoming arguments. Now, to put some context down and answer these questions, I believe that we both, you the viewer, and I, can safely conclude that the kings of hip-hop currently are Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. And I also believe that it is safe to assume that the majority of us are very familiar with these artists' albums. Okay, now that we have all the context we need, please yell out to your screen like a madman what you think was wrong with this tweet. You can comment too. Now, if you'd have noticed that the video does indeed not sound like a Kendrick Lamar album interlude, but rather more obviously sounds like a J. Cole album interlude, then I can't blame you, my friend, because I happen to also think so too. Now, why do you, or rather, especially, why do I think this is so? Huh? Well, let me start off with some points like that the music being played in the background, it sounds like an interlude straight out of J. Cole's album, For Your Eyes Only. And also, why does it seem like I'm the only one who noticed in the goddamn thread? Huh? I mean, think, people. I've scrolled deep down the thread, and for some reason, everyone just seemed to agree with DD. And at that point, I was getting more angry, and I thought I was going crazy. So you want to know what I did? I mean, I've got to figure it out, right? I pulled up the YouTube Music app on my phone and searched up the album For Your Eyes Only and played the last song on the album called, guess what? Also called For Your Eyes Only. And if I'm not correct, I'm pretty sure that the music that was being played in the background of the video sounds specifically like a musician's rendition of this song in J. Cole's album. Well, specifically listening to the bass line alone is just a dead giveaway. So after I pulled up the song For Your Eyes Only, and after listening to it, I built up enough reason in my head that surely someone would at least mention J. Cole on this thread for, at bare minimum, a person of interest. But as I went back scrolling through the comments of this thread, I just couldn't find at least one person to mention the holy name that is J. Cole. If that isn't a red flag about how crazy this world has become, then I don't know what is. So now at this point, I'm kind of losing it. Like, how come nobody in this thread noticed something so obvious? So to double check on my end, I threw on some quality earbuds, which brings us to our sponsor today, Raycons. I'm just messing around. But I threw on some quality earbuds, my KZs. They're a dope brand, and you get great quality for a stupid price. Look them up. And I made sure to listen to this video very well. And I'm not sorry, but this damn real-life interlude of a video sounds like something straight out of a J. Cole album, or specifically, an extra from the album For Your Eyes Only. I'm sensible, right? And I can meet critics in the middle with their points, such as the arguments that were taking place in this video are more reminiscent of Kendrick Lamar's interludes. And to that, I would agree that this is indeed more of a Kendrick Lamar feature, and it is reminiscent of his Good Kid, Mad City album, in which I've also noticed people in the thread mention. So I would like to say that I'm willing to go halfsies on this opinion as long as we are more detailed with our tweets relating to this video, and that we do better with our explanations, and we are sure to explain which specific aspect of the video that we are referring to, of course, whether it be the people's bickering back and forth or the music being played and performed in the background. But, and now that I think about it, who the hell has time for that, right? So I will take it upon myself to make sure everyone freaking understands what's going on up in here. All right. Remember that thing we were discussing early on called, what was it? Oh yeah, context. And I'm going to use that here right now, if you don't mind. It is quite obvious that when we refer to names like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake, or rather draw references to these fine folks, these fine artists, we more often than not are majority of the time referencing their music or referencing to the topic of music. Now, tell me, what would you think? I mean, if I were to reference something like, I don't know, an interlude, What specific topic would you think I'd be referencing to when it comes to interludes relating to these artists? Now, you might say that artists use strictly dialogue when it comes to their album interludes all the time, right? But I'd say that it doesn't add up to this specific video. And you want to know why? Because if there wasn't music that was playing and being performed in the background of this video, then the context of this whole Twitter thread would not have been the same as it is now. So I ask you, do you still think that the music which is being played is not the key component of what we are using to draw a reference? And might I add, the main component. So if we can agree that this is so, and the music being played is the key aspect, and we also know and agree that the music being played in the background of this video is akin to an extra out of the album For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole, then may I ask, how in the hell would this video qualify as a Kendrick Lamar interlude? Huh? Tell me. This whole thing, Twitter thread, has me worked up, obviously, and I just wanted to speak my piece. Rather speak the obvious, alright? So comment and subscribe or whatever, and I'll see y'all never. Also, shout out to Emma for at least liking my comment on a post. Deuces.